So in 2002, I was on active duty. Had two of my buddies commit suicide in our unit within a year. And I hit the bottle and became depressed and took a loaded 45 and put it in my mouth. And as I had my thumb on the trigger and I was squeezing, Cheyenne was her name, that rescue pit bull walked in and saved my life and licked my cheek. So that was, if I'm dealing with this, struggling out there on my own, then I know there's thousands of other vets that are struggling as well. My name's David Sharp, Air Force Security Forces vet, CEO of Companions for Heroes, pairing up shelter dogs with veterans, Gold Star families, and first responders across the country. How this started was watching a news program where service dogs take 2 years to train and they cost about $65,000. And then I had a rescue pit bull with me on my lap that I paid $300 for, and I trained for myself. This all started because essentially she saved my life. So some of the success stories that we've had before someone reaches out for us to get a dog, obviously we mentioned suicidal to the point of now that their marriage has been saved. They are victims of military sexual trauma where they would never leave their home. They're agoraphobic. Now they're going out. They're actually talking to their family members where they would never do that ever. Another big one is one we're excited about is got a dog. One vet got a dog. His 7-year-old daughter was in front of him and he's playing with the dog, and she turned around and she looked at him and she said, "Dad, you're smiling." And he said, "Yeah." And she says, "I haven't seen you smile in 3 years." So that's what this is about, is bringing life, bringing light and joy to the hearts of many who we know we're suffering, but just reach out for help. It doesn't hurt to reach out for help, because when you do, it shows that you're willing to humble yourself, and then what you can do is you help yourself, then you can help another who's struggling, because we all know a brother or sister out there who's sitting alone in the dark watching TV, eating Cheetos on a beanbag, and they need help. And they're contemplating where they see a pistol on the coffee table, whether they should pick it up and pull the trigger today or live for, they see a picture of their family and live for their family. That's where we've been successful, is we're not only impacting one life, we're impacting two, because you're also saving the dog. That's the most important piece of this too, is you're saving a life that also helps save a veteran, a first responder, the Gold Star family's life, because we're all hurting and we all connect together, because where the dog was in the shelter, they were suffering. Just like we're suffering in our own stupor from when we serve and having guilt, survivor's guilt. They come together where they connect, and that they're saving each other because they're both in the dark and they both come to the light. This is Darby. She's got her from a shelter in Georgia. She is a Australian Shepherd Lab mix, and so she's been with me for 3 years now. She's a great dog, and again, she was in a shelter, a beautiful dog like this, and was going to be put down. And so she's helped me get through some tough times. I had a recent divorce, and she was there for me when no one else was. So she's also helped my children as well. So thankful to God to have her in my life. So spell dog backwards, right? There you go. So how Nine Line and Tyler Merritt and Companions for Heroes and David Sharp connected was actually through Tyler's brother Danny and Matt Lyda. Matt was at a conference and accepted an award for Nine Line. And I said, Danny's actually on our board. I said, how's Tyler doing? He said, great. I said, I haven't met him. And Matt actually called me up and came up here, and Tyler welcomed me. We've been collaborating with Nine Line for about 2.5 years now with partnerships with them, spreading the good work they're doing with the Nine Line Foundation to include also Companions for Heroes. And what I would say is, particularly now that, Tyler reached out and said, hey man, I need a dog, and more importantly, I want to get a dog so I can also spread the good word that you guys are doing the work, because I know that there's a lot of people out there, a lot of vets who are struggling, like he was, and he says, we kind of don't want to ask for help, but he says, I want to, obviously I know I need help, and I know a dog will be great. And so what's great about and unique, what Tyler loved and many vets do, is that they get to choose. They get to have a choice. We're in the military, we're always taking orders. Well, this is an opportunity where you don't take orders, you're taking orders for yourself. And so when you get a choice of the dog, we learned that actually boosts your morale and your confidence, and you can also impact your entire family and others here, to include at Nine Line. I know Red runs around here, and he brings smiles to everybody's faces when there's tough days. So COVID recently impacted us. We had to find new ways to do things. Many of the states across the country were shut down, so we couldn't train dogs because facilities were closed. So that leveraged us to take new opportunities of using video calls to train the veterans' dogs and our heroes' dogs. But more importantly, what we're branching into now is no one's doing in this space is we're starting to help firefighters and law enforcement. And what we're learning is that the dog is a service dog for that first responder, usually a chief of the department. And actually they're taking the dog out on calls for the victims. So where the dog in the past has impacted 1 to 2 lives per household, now the dog is going to impact thousands in a community. So we're really excited about that. We actually just launched this about 3 weeks ago, and we got a firefighter, a chief up in South Carolina near Charleston that we're doing this with. Yeah, the teleconference training that we had during COVID, that was definitely a challenge. So the dog that Tyler got here, Red, from Brantley County Rescue, that Matt Gregory, who's an Army Ranger vet, trained, we used some of that training as well through video. But honestly, we've been blessed by God, the fact that we're able to open up the states of Florida and Georgia, and they have similar training facilities where we're able to actually have Red and dogs go down to Florida, and he can actually train in person. But other states, it was difficult, because when you're not there in person, face to face, and we're vets, we got to have crayons, right? We got to have something right there with us to understand it. Doing video conferencing, it was difficult to correct the behavior of the dog through the veteran, but we made it through, and we push on. That's what we do. We adapt and overcome. Our program and training director, Sarah Redding, who's a Army Ranger spouse, she is constantly inundated with applications. So we help with getting the paperwork that they need. If they want a service dog, they have to have a doctor's note. If they want a companion dog, we just need to make sure that they own the house, or the lease says that they could do that. But what's great about this, and a blessing, is that you get to hear the stories. That, hey, I was going to kill myself last night, and I came across your website, or I heard a news article, or I read a news article, or I heard something in the media, or another buddy of mine who you guys helped and saved his life or her life reached out to me. That's where the rubber really meets the road in our everyday lives, and what we hear is these stories. And then when they get the dog, we obviously hear that, I'm never going back to that dark place ever again in my life. I'm not going to touch the bottle. This dog hasn't only saved me, it's saved my family, my marriage. What would I share with veterans that are out there with similar passions and aspirations as myself? I would say just go for it. I know I broke my savings account, my checking account, to start the organization. It was about $5,000 I had, and I put it all in. Borrowed about $1,500 from my dad, who's a Ranger vet, and I didn't care, man. I just knew that someone out there was struggling like I was, and I just wanted to impact one life And if I can do more than that, and that's great. But what I would say to them to aspire to get what you want to do is just humble yourself. God tells us if we humble ourselves, we will be blessed. If we're pride, we won't. And so humble yourselves and ask for advice. Have good mentors around you who are successful in doing what they do, because anybody who started a company knows the struggle and the just financial burden that has. But as you push through and you find new ways and you have good mentors who are business owners and who are veterans, like Tyler is one for me, it just helps your support tenfold, where you're able to focus, execute, and go to the next person. You can go to Companions for Heroes. That's FOR, Heroes, HEROES, Companions, COMPANIONS, FOR, HEROES.org. Just reach out and apply. We're here to help. We understand your struggle. We've lived it, and so we want to help you out in getting you success no matter what you want to do. Either it's to get a dog or you need help with something else. We have partners with other charities to help you out with anything. So please reach out.
Full command ready, 9 Line. 133 NA, 25 feet, vehicles in the open.